Imagine discovering a book that explains every decision you have ever made, every fear you have carried, and every pattern you continue repeating. The surprising part is that this book has always
Awaken
existed.
Ancient Tomes.
It is written inside your subconscious mind, yet most people spend an entire lifetime without ever learning how to read it. From the moment you were born, your mind began collecting information. Every experience, every emotion, every conversation, and every belief became another page in a story that would eventually shape your perception of reality. Long before you understood the world consciously, your subconscious was already writing the first chapters. Most people believe they make decisions through logic. Psychology suggests something very different.
Awaken Ancient
Before the
Tomes.
conscious mind creates an explanation, the subconscious has already processed memories, emotions, expectations, and learned patterns. What feels like a choice is often the continuation of an invisible script. The book your mind was never meant to find is not hidden because someone wanted to keep it secret. It remains hidden because the human brain naturally favors certainty over self-examination. Questioning deeply rooted beliefs requires energy, and the mind prefers familiar explanations instead of uncomfortable discoveries. Every page
Awaken
inside this
Ancient
invisible
Tomes.
book contains emotional experiences that shape the way you see yourself. Some pages were written through love, others through disappointment, fear, rejection, or success. Over time, these experiences stopped being memories and slowly became the foundation of your identity. The remarkable part is that this internal book never stops influencing your life. Every new experience is compared with everything that has already been written. If something matches an existing belief, the mind accepts it easily. If it challenges an old belief, the brain
Awaken
often rejects
Ancient
it before
Tomes.
you even become aware of it. This explains why changing external circumstances does not always create lasting transformation. A new job, a new relationship, or a new environment may temporarily change your experience. But if the subconscious story remains the
Awaken
same,
Ancient
familiar
Tomes.
patterns often begin appearing once again in different forms. The greatest discovery is realizing that you are not trapped inside the first version of this story. Although the subconscious stores powerful patterns, awareness gives you the ability to observe them instead of automatically repeating them. Every moment of awareness becomes an opportunity to rewrite what once seemed permanent. Most people spend years searching for
Awaken
answers
Ancient
outside
Tomes.
themselves, without realizing that the most important information has always been inside. The subconscious mind quietly influences perception, behavior, and emotion every single day, until those hidden patterns become visible. Life often feels like a series of coincidences instead of a reflection of internal programming. Every belief you carry acts like a sentence written inside this invisible book. Some beliefs expand your perception of what is possible, while others quietly limit it. The challenge is that the subconscious rarely announces
Awaken
which
Ancient
beliefs are
Tomes.
true and which were simply accepted without question many years ago. As the years pass, these beliefs become so familiar that they begin feeling like reality itself. You stop saying, "I believe this," and start saying, "This is just who I am." At that moment, identity becomes fused with conditioning, making it increasingly difficult to separate authentic truth from learned assumptions. Psychology shows that the brain constantly looks for evidence supporting what it already believes. This process creates consistency, but it
Awaken
also
Ancient
creates
Tomes.
blindness. Once the mind expects to see a certain reality, it unconsciously ignores information that contradicts it, reinforcing the same internal story again and again. Imagine reading the same chapter every morning without realizing there are hundreds of pages you have never explored. This is how many people experience life. They repeat the same emotional reactions, the same fears, and the same expectations because the subconscious continues opening the same familiar chapter every single day. The moment you begin observing your own thoughts instead of
Awaken
immediately
ancient
believing
tomes.
them, something changes. You become the reader instead of the character. That small shift creates distance between your awareness and the automatic patterns that have quietly directed your choices for years. The hidden book inside your mind is not trying to control you forever. It simply follows the instructions it has received through repetition. Every repeated emotion, every repeated thought, and every repeated conclusion strengthens certain pages while leaving others unopened and forgotten. Real transformation begins when curiosity
Awaken
becomes stronger
ancient
than
tomes.
certainty. Instead of defending every belief you have carried for years, you begin asking where it came from and whether it still reflects the person you are becoming. That question alone has the power to begin rewriting an entirely different chapter. The most powerful discoveries rarely arrive as dramatic revelations. They emerge through quiet moments of awareness when you suddenly recognize a pattern that has been repeating for years. In that instant, what once felt inevitable becomes understandable, and what was unconscious begins moving into the light of conscious observation.
Awaken
Many
ancient
people fear
tomes.
discovering what is written inside their subconscious because they assume they will find weakness or failure. More often, they discover something very different. They find unrealized potential hidden beneath years of conditioning, waiting for permission to become visible instead of remaining buried beneath old beliefs. Every chapter of this internal book influences how you interpret the present moment. Two people can experience the same situation and leave with completely different conclusions because each mind is reading from a different collection of memories, expectations, and emotional
Awaken
associations
ancient tomes.
created over an entire lifetime. The subconscious is not your enemy. It is a remarkable system designed to preserve what it believes will keep you safe. The challenge is that safety and growth are not always the same thing. What once protected you can eventually become the very reason you stop evolving into the person you are capable of becoming. The moment you stop identifying with every thought, something extraordinary happens. You begin recognizing that thoughts are events occurring within the mind rather than permanent definitions of who you are. That realization
Awaken
creates
ancient
freedom
tomes.
because it allows awareness to guide your life instead of automatic programming. Perhaps the book your mind was never meant to find is simply the story you have never allowed yourself to question. Every belief can be examined. Every conclusion can be reconsidered. Every identity can evolve. Growth begins the moment you become willing to read beyond the pages that once defined your entire reality. As awareness expands, the need to defend old identities gradually disappears. Instead of proving who you are, you become interested in discovering who you are becoming.
Awaken ancient
This shift
tomes.
replaces certainty with curiosity, allowing life to become an exploration instead of a constant effort to protect outdated definitions of yourself. The greatest secret hidden inside this invisible book is that you have always possessed the ability to write new chapters. Your past may explain how certain pages were created, but it does not decide what comes next. Every conscious decision becomes another sentence, another paragraph, and eventually another story. If this video encouraged you to look beyond automatic thinking, subscribe to the Divine Woman Studio for more
Awaken ancient
explorations into
tomes.
psychology, the subconscious mind, identity, consciousness, and personal transformation. If you're ready to begin writing a different chapter in your own life, discover my premium protocol through the link in the description. The most important book you will ever read may be the one that has always existed within your own mind.